Uh, hey there everyone, this is Loud Cow. Yeah, tomorrow there won't be a Mario video because I think you can understand that if I'm doing this because basically I went through the 99 lives. I know I can beat the level, I was super close, but I literally don't have any more time for it and I won't have time all day to record anything in regards to gaming, so I still wanted to get something out there, so I'm drawing something here, I guess. I still have to eat lunch, but I need to leave home soon. I'm oh, this is the worst thing, and I'm like now because of that, because of I'm completely on edge. My adrenaline is rushing through my body. I'm it's just good, like I'm keeping the footage this time. Don't worry, and I'll put like the early footage with, attempt recording number 2 tomorrow. So you're gonna have the full experience, the first run and the victory run. But it's just that like right now I'm shaking, my hands are shaking. But like it's one of those cases where it's not even the level that's hard, it's me. For some reason there are certain things that make my brain just completely shut down. And it's frustrating, It's... because, like, I only have myself to blame. And I'm aware of that, and I only have myself to blame. And, that's what makes it worse. which is silly, but it's not silly. It's like it's logical. And again, my mind right now is occupied with 3,000 different things, and these days are not good days for me. Let's just put it like that. Like I always try, like this is like the behind the curtain sort of episode, I guess, like where we ruin some of the magic. These days for me, these days are just pretty terrible days, I guess. But I always try, to keep a warm persona. And that's not the right word, a sort of a mind that's sort of like at peace while I record. I try to always keep a positive outlook. And, distance my reality from the reality in the video, if you will. This is kind of like why I won't show. Like, peeps, don't ask. You won't be... Well, okay, I might change my mind at some point in time, as I've changed my mind before about a lot of things. But, don't expect to see my face, because to me, the distinction between me, real life, and me in the videos is an important distinction to make. And the fact that the me in the video doesn't really have an appearance other than, what of my real me, quote-unquote, bleeds in, is sufficient for me, I guess. But, yeah. I still wanna... I know a lot of you guys like to hear my voice in some fashion while eating a meal or going to sleep. And I do need to calm myself down here. I got some cold leftover pizza for lunch on my desk here that I'm gonna be eating as soon as this is done. Cause I'm gonna be leaving pretty soon, and again, yeah, it's making sounds of breathing. It's pretty great. Like if you've ever breathed, like if you ever listened to someone to breathe really intently, it's really creepy for the one being listened to. So something I suggest to all the good boys and girls out there. Yeah. So yeah, I don't really. This is so hard to talk while, like, my brain chemicals right now are in a mode of complete fight or flight, essentially. I think you might know what I'm talking about. If you don't, like, try and learn, like, go to the library, look out Fight and Flight, and things like that. It's not the title of a book, but it's probably the subject of a book, hopefully. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Like, science books, they tend to be super literal about their title, but at the same time, they can go... Sometimes they're so literal that they're not named exactly what you think they might have been named. I suppose that makes sense for most people out there. Giving it a college ye old try and whatnot. So, video games are games. You usually interact with them in video form, which is why, a board game isn't a video game. However, one of those board games that had, VCR footage could almost be considered video games. I mean, they have the video, and they are ostensibly a game. It's just that they're kind of lame to play because no one wants to spend, literally 25% of the time, if not more, of playing the game, rewinding through footage, trying to find exactly what the card wanted you to know, other than just the card outright telling you for some reason. I mean, them's the facts of life. This is being drawn on Photoshop, and it's a program where you can shop for photographies. You load up the program, and opens up a website. It's one of those new programs that basically is just a link to a browser thing. It's pretty great. Common Science is like computer science. Totally does not open the world to being a pretty huge scam. That's impossible. There is no such thing. We live in a just world, after all. Ask all of those libertarians who, assume that just because you put in the effort, you're totally going to everything end up going your way. That's exactly how the world works out, isn't it? Even when you're an optimist, you need to realize that the world out there doesn't care. It's not so much that it doesn't want to get you. Don't be paranoid. It doesn't care. Nature doesn't care. Luck doesn't care. And we don't like to admit it, but our lives are governed pretty much by nature and luck. Sure, you can bend things in your favor by what you possess and whom you know. More whom you know than what you possess, actually. Let's be honest here. But, you can, skim things on one side or another, but you won't be tonight. Okay? Remember that? It's a code out there for all the little friends that have their decoder ring. Never understood what that meant. Was that when I hear decoder ring, I assume it's like something you wear on your finger, but I think it's one of those discs with sliding circumference and stuff, right? Am I being silly by thinking that? I don't actually know, because I don't recall ever having cereal that had decoder rings in it. Maybe I was not eating the right kind, and I have missed on a big important pile of what is a child. You can find them in piles, usually in warehouses and whatnot. It kind of ruins the magic some when you look at how it's actually processed and made in the factory. It's like you see here what marketing and a very good packaging, the effect it can have. It's pretty impressive, let's be honest here. I'm gonna have to go eat because I need to leave the house, the apartment in pretty short amount of time. So again, apologies if this is so short and if it's so low content, but man, life. You don't want a life if you're making video often on the internet. You should ask yourself questions about the quality of life of all your favorite internet people out there, because I reckon there'd be a lot of pretty terrible surprises. This is Rao Cow, not in my best light.